5. This is
I think
you.
that's the sixth time you've started with that.
No, no, no. I usually start with tonight's a very special
No, that's the common
edition.
one, but I'm just saying.
Okay,
I think
fine.
Snake's right.
Okay, fine. Fine. I will find new material. Everyone dies. We're doing a new campaign.
Awesome.
We're doing character creation today.
Yes.
No,
Look what I've done.
God damn it, guys! You aren't supposed to be happy about that. Especially because we're so far into this one. So, last time on Dungeons and Dragons, you guys fought off and murdered a genocide demon. Yay. Daemon. Sorry. Daemon. Distinct from demon. Having rescued the Pearl of Balance and several people's souls, you decided to speak with the Dawn Caller so the Dawn Caller could give you guys permission to use the Pearl of Balance to help your paladin friend. Your paladin friend, Hilda Gothel, Queen of the Constitutional Monarchy of Doltomo, also known as the Dominion of Doltomo, also known as you don't need to care about the government system. You guys went to the Dawn Caller and asked her very politely, and she gave you guys permission, and in fact said she would help you because she really doesn't want Quilloths from gaining a foothold on the material plane. You guys, I guess people can roll on Knowledge the Planes. But what exactly are Quilloths? Because though they sound weird.
Why am I so bad at knowledge checks?
Probably because you have average intelligence.
Yeah.
Your
Doesn't
plus
help
12 is fantastic, but okay, thanks, Alexandra. You rolled above a 3, which is something we can be proud of. So both Mozgus and Lauren know that Quilloths are primordial evil beings from before the time that demons existed. They ruled over the abyss, and they don't really resemble any humanoid shape because humanoids like elves, humans, and whatnot did not exist yet. Chelsea, her character Lalara, knows that Quilloths hate mortals because with the advent of mortals and mortal sin and mortal souls, demons were created. And demons fed off of mortal sin and became greater number and kind of made the Quilloths have to flee to the dark recesses of the universe because evil does not play nice with evil. And thus, Quilloth infestation on the material plane would be them trying to stem the tide of mortal souls going towards the abyss by just killing mortals. Quilloths are bad news. Any other questions?
Let's go fight bad news.
Okay. So, you guys are currently on the Dawn Caller's mystical island of protection. More like her palace, however you want to say. And you manage, you guys spend a night and rest, heal up, and Hilda approaches you. Now, I know Snake doesn't like the voice changer too much. I'll try not to use it too much. But I just feel like for Hilda, I should probably use a slightly higher pitch. So as Hilda approaches you with her guard Frederick and starts explaining what the city you're going to be entering is like, and what plans you guys might need. Let me pull up the city map. Boom, boom. Zoom out for best effect.
Seawalls.
Daltomo is a city-state island. There's several islands that's under its naval control, but ultimately it is an island formed around 3 volcanoes. These volcanoes have been tamed, and their fury has been put to work in 3 major forges. One of them is the palace. This is the seawalls were all created through magic / directing the volcanoes to actually build those. The city of Daltomo is quite defensive, as it has layers of defenses that range from the seawall, which has outposts, and she calls them gun emplacements. Seeing how you guys don't really react to that, she further clarifies and says they are like siege cannon towers, siege engine towers. They have weapons that will fire heavier versions of the weapon I have in my hand. She shows her gun and Frederick's rifle. It says they have larger versions of those and have helped keep Daltomo uninvaded for a very long time. Once we actually get onto Daltomo itself, however, there are my uncle, who is possessed by one of the Quilloths, might have moved more defenses onto the island itself to help suppress rebellion. When we attack, I will signal those who are still loyal, so that they may attack with us and help drive the Quilloth's menace away.
How heavy are those gun emplacements? Or whatever you call them.
They are... how heavy? You mean you wish to pick one up?
I'm sure Akane could strap one onto her, or she could hold it, and if someone could operate it.
If you wish to do that, I'm sure that I can craft some... I can take some turrets from my ship and some of the gun emplacements on my ship and create a mini fortification for you to bring along.
That'd be perfect.
She then says, we will have to speak with the dragons as to where we might be transported to. The island itself doesn't have any particular prohibitions against teleportation except in the 3 forges, where security is the highest. The good thing is that without this ring, she takes off her armored gauntlet and shows you a band that is a constantly shifting 7 bands of different metals that seem to weave in and out from one another. She says, without without this ring that shows the true rulership of Dolmodo, my uncle cannot work the forges to their true potential. He's making substandard equipment. He can only make ships at half the speed or less. There are things he cannot do because I have this ring. This ring will also allow us to get through the gates of the palace, even if they are locked down, because I can order them opened and they will open themselves.
Oh, that's handy.
The ring was created so that the ruler might rule, and to make rebellions less likely to succeed. Once we get to the palace, I can open the gate, but we'll have to strike swiftly to make sure that my uncle does not leave. If he leaves still possessed, he could spread the knowledge of our weaponry, he could continue to infect others. We cannot allow my uncle to leave or escape.
Okay.
You will be able to tell who my uncle is. He will look very similar to me, but he will also be likely the most heavily guarded person.
Is your intention to keep him alive?
No. I would like to keep him alive, but if his possession is too far gone, he might not survive the process of the exorcism. I believe, even if he did not know fully the consequences of what he did, he willingly chose to be possessed. And he has brought a great suffering to my people. If we can take him alive, that would be... we could bring him to justice in a fair and honest court. If we cannot, I would prefer him dead than still wandering the world.
Fair enough.
Justice will have its day, but I hope that whatever ritual the Dawncaller has in mind will help separate the innocent from the willingly complacent. And, of course, the truly evil. Now, do you have any questions? And with that silence...
I don't have any questions other than... I guess I have questions for the Dawncaller.
Oh, yeah. So you can go to the Dawncaller. The Dawncaller is currently... she's meditating. But as you approach, she opens one of her eyes while she continues to hum under her breath and sort of watches you intently. She is in her, old woman form.
How many people can you send at once?
Well, you see, I'm not going to worry about numbers. I can create a gate. That's how I'm bringing the ship in as well.
Were you planning on bringing us into the water in the bay?
Oh, I was going to have Cadalatrix bring the ship. Or Cadalatrix bring you, and I bring the ship, or... We have two dragons capable of casting gate. We're going to do a two-pronged assault.
Okay.
Cadalatrix is going to be causing quite a distraction because I do believe he's immune to most of their most powerful weaponry, which is magma-infused projectiles. And with Cadalatrix's immunity to fire and his thick hide, he should be able to live.
I guess we could give him the boat then. I don't really need it. I think if we just take a few of the turrets.
Fair enough. I can drop you where in Domodo do you wish to be dropped off?
I was just thinking the palace.
Works for me. I think I went there 100 years ago. I'll have to ask the queen if they've moved the palace. Things happen in centuries. Now, I am planning on doing a gate, and then once I drop you off, I will be using the seawall to create a barrier from which a mass exorcism ritual might be conducted, using the power of the Pearl of Balance.
Should
So,
we be holding that? I mean, we want to try and touch the uncle with it.
yes, keeping the pearl in the Iron Palace will be fine, because the pearl just needs to be near the center of the city. And the Iron Palace is close enough. The circle, mass ritual circles are more an art than a science. Although they are actually a very deep science, she says. So, hold the palace, deal with the uncle. I imagine whatever's possessing the uncle is the most powerful Quilloth. They might actually not have sent the most powerful agents because they are difficult to... It's difficult for them to stay material in our plane of existence. They are not meant to be here, and the body rejects reality, and it's rather unpleasant for them to stay here long term without a host, which is why they possess people. They also have reserved a special place in my heart for really disliking them. There's nothing, at least with a demon, it's interested in mortals. It wants to try to corrupt them. A Quilloth just wants to perpetuate a primordial evil and try to return the universe to a state it will never return to. At least demons make more sense, is what I'm really trying to say. Oh, I should also warn you that once a Quilloth manifests, if you stand too close, your mind might be affected by their appearance.
Ah.
You might... Some
said
types
yikes.
of them cause people to go mad, temporarily, of course. Some cause people to just be stunned at the horrific revelation. So just be forewarned.
Okay, so I will be the one to face them, and Muscus pats his armor.
Quite a useful piece of equipment you have there. She smiles and also pats your arm.
It's all thanks to the prince.
She smiles. Are you actually lying about that or no? Oh, no, you aren't.
Nope. It's because of him that I got that armor. It's not like he gave it to me, but it's his fault.
Okay. So, you guys have been warned. You will be gated in front of the Iron Palace. The gates will be sprung open. Do you have any last-minute preparations that you want to do?
Could Hilda's people build some sort of rigging on top of Akane and put one of their men? Maybe Hilda's assistant, the guy that helped us out before. Like, to man it.
Okay. Let me see if I can actually put something onto your burb. And will Akane be big enough? Akane would have to be gargantuan to actually fit. Guess it doesn't have to be gargantuan.
I'm gonna do my mage armor.
That totally makes sense. In fact, you can actually have the mage armor happen because it lasts for 12 hours. Pretty much, if you just say, "Hey, Ian, every day I'm gonna cast major armor on myself," unless I
Okay.
specifically say I don't, you can just have that on your list.
Is there a place I put that mage armor on my sheet?
Yes, Snake would be able to show it to you best, but it's probably best as a buff. So at the very bottom of the main page, bottom left of the main page, you can just put mage armor and then have it. One of the columns is armor 4, like armor, and then you just put 4 in there.
Magic detective. Oh, I see. I did not know that this existed down
Yeah.
here.
It's a good little buff thing.
Oh, it is just active. Okay, one of you must have helped me out.
Well,
Thank
perfect.
you.
Okay. And so we get ready for start getting ready for all this. Now, I assume all of you are most of you have already prepared your spells and all that. It is a lava-based country, so you probably want fire protection.
So I'll throw on a fire shield for everybody.
Everyone has a 120-point fire shield.
Sweet.
Do I also put that in the buff section?
No. That's just a number you need to keep track of.
Okay.
Somewhere where you effectively have 120 hit points that just takes the fire first.
Alright.
I'm also going to do greater magic weapon.
Fantastic. Okay, so Onan helps you. Onan gives all of you freedom of movement, which means that if something tries to paralyze you or grapple you, you are immune. And also means you can fight underwater, but I mean, I don't know how much that will be useful. And Gaze of Flame, which means you can see through smoke and fog effects, because she's going to drop a control weather on the city and make it very foggy. Welcome to level 7 spells.
I'm going to cast Magic Vestment, which just gives me some enhancement bonuses.
On your
Yep,
armor?
on
Yep.
myself and Akane. I guess I can also... Who has pretty low AC? Not you, because you're always going to have low AC.
Okay.
But it would probably be Lauren or... Okay, yeah, Alexander's at 29. I don't know
So
what
I can cast it
Lauren's at.
on Alexander and TMO, so you get another +3 as an enhancement bonus to your armor. And that'll last 13 hours. So, you know,
Which is pretty much the adventuring day.
So mine already has +3. Does it
It'll
actually
cap
go
to 5.
+6?
It'll cap at 5.
Okay.
Okay. So, I understand this is me just being like, okay, make a statement. Are you ready? Make a statement. I hope you're ready. You're always ready. Thank you.
You know what?
Alexander.
I'm also gonna cast Shield of Faith. Oh, that's only 13 minutes. Let's...
Well, once the portal opens, that's kind of good.
Yeah, so I'll cast Shield of Faith on pretty much everybody. So 1, 2. How many people here? I won't do it on Onan. But Tiamos, Lalara. Wait. Does deflection bonus stack with mage armor? Or no?
Yes, it does, because Mage Armor gives an armor bonus, and Shield of Faith is a deflection bonus.
Gotcha. So, for AC for Lalara, Tiamos, Saruman, Shakti, and then Akane and Mascus.
+4
Cool.
AC?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay.
She's waiting there for you.
I will also do heroism. Crater,
Ooh, what's that do?
which let me pull it up.
So on who are you casting Greater Heroism on?
Let me see how many people I can do. So I think I can do multiple. Nope, that's not the right one. Pathfinder. Okay. I can do 1 minute per level. Oh, just one person. Okay. So one person gets a morale bonus of +4 on attack rolls, saves, skill checks, immunity to fear effects, and 13 temporary hit points.
Not me or Akane. I have something else that'll do that just the same.
Okay, so that would be someone like Lauren or someone like Saruman.
Okay. I will give that to Saruman.
Okay. Going Bash Bros. So, Alexandra, that is an additional
So
plus
hype.
for.
Bash Bros.
Would the Dawncaller have true seeing components on hand by chance?
You're like, hey man, I'm cash poor. Can you just?
Oh
give
no,
me
I'd buy him.
50?"
I'd buy him.
She does.
Okay.
She gives you unknown.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
You're helping her storm a capital, which you really didn't need to. She can afford the 250
It's
GP.
expensive, man.
Okay. It is. I guess it's probably time. Also, time not for Toto's Africa.
I will also do see invisibility so that I can
Ah!
see Bro.
See him, and I think that lasts for like minutes per level.
Yeah.
Okay. So, oh yeah, and I was going to look up one last thing. Fire. Okay, so we have our buffs ready.
Buffed up.
I think it might be time for the siege, the redemption of Doltomo.
Kind of get swole.
Yes, you rig a cannon onto, or they rig a cannon onto Akane.
And yeah, I want to be clear, one of them is manning it, not Muscus.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't know what the fuck that is.
No, the person manning it does tell you that it's going to be loud when it goes off.
Oh no. I'll get a minus the perception for a while. What?
Okay. Onan starts casting her control weather spell at about after 9 minutes. The Dawncaller, well, firstly, Cadalatrix teleports to where the boat is. It's where you left it on that danger island. Cadalatrix goes there. And then through a series of sendings and effectively, they coordinate opening gates so that this is a simultaneous attack. Onan spends 9 minutes and like 40 seconds casting her spell, and then a gate is opened and you guys are kind of shoved through to Doltomo. Doltomo is a hot climate. The Dawncaller's place is kind of a nice, gentle sea breeze kind of place. You feel the heat of the volcanoes around you. You see, there's kind of a pale of ash everywhere, which makes, it makes Hilda a bit concerned. And you see a very built-up, scrunched cityscape that is just everywhere on this mountain, with a few plumes of smoke coming from houses. You don't know if they're on fire or if that's just a forest. If it's supposed to have smoke coming out of it. As you go through, you start hearing klaxons and bells being rung as the city starts realizing that it's under assault. A fog descends upon, as you guys go through the portal, Onan finishes her spell and a fog descends upon the city, kind of condensing from the ground, becomes an ashy fog cloud that just encompasses the entire city. But only about 20 feet off the ground. So you see the occasional tower, house, and you would assume guard post that is above the cloud cover. Immediately the Dawncaller flies off with Onan to start the ritual circle. She actually teleports and then starts doing the ritual circle, leaving you guys right next to the palace entrance. A fog has descended, but all of you can see through it. And you see guards, like a gate that shuts and then magically seals, and then 2 more gates that shut and then magically seal. It's almost like the mountain itself has risen up to protect the palace. Raising her hand in a claw-like motion, the palm, like the outside, facing the door. You see a glow in Hilda's hand as the rock recedes, almost like it's being chastised. And the door and the palace door remains open. Hilda says, "Quickly, before they summon reinforcements."
Hey, Timos, you got a haste on you?
Yep.
Let's do it.
Haste.
Okay. Haste, oh wait. You guys wasn't supposed to bring.
Oh
guys.
no!
That's okay. Oh no! You guys saw something you weren't supposed
It's like a
to.
statue.
Oh no, we're falling into the sun.
Oh, now we see a big area.
You guys are at the very bottom.
Oh,
And let me get Hilda and
I love the cannon.
You asked for her motherfucking
She can hold it.
cannon.
That's not the problem.
I didn't realize, Snake, that what you really wanted to play was Battle Mech.
I mean, hey, if I could turn her into a mecha and pilot her. Oh man, if we play Eclipse Phase, maybe I can try and figure out a mecha.
How Mecha works. Okay. I'm just gonna have you guys roll initiative as I described the chamber in front of you. Okay, so initiative. So Mazgus has 16. Matt. Sorry. Tiamos.
Oh my god, Alexandra rolled well.
You've already used all of your luck, Alexandra.
I am sad that I am last when I am the driver.
don't worry, we'll all just go after you.
Okay. Shakti is 26. Lara is 18. Let me do... The first layer of guards is 19. Guard layer 1. Sorry, 19. I'm a liar.
Huge lies.
The red guards... 23.
Unforgivable lies.
Red guard, rear guard, both work. The gun-toting giants, sorry, cannon-toting giants are... Okay, GGs are 15. And possessed uncle, who does have a name. His name is Hans the Unrelenting. But you guys, his name's not as important as the being that's possessing him.
Yeah, what's that thing's name?
Oh, you guys don't actually know it. But you might find it out as it screams it as you, like, press the Pearl of Balance to it. Oh yeah! Who has the Pearl of Balance? Because if you're planning on physically hitting someone with it...
I guess...
Or like, Ian, is the Pearl a finessable weapon? And I would have to then make a judgment call.
I would think one of the melee people, other than myself.
Like Shaktis, who can just teleport
Yeah,
in.
just be like, slam. I touched you with it. Tag, you're it.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for the follow. It's sore.
Okay. Possessed Uncle, PU. Is 23. And... Good. And so this is... Evil Advisor. No. EA. It's 14. And then... Slightly less Evil Advisor. Is at 3. These are not actual names. They're placeholders. They are probably not even accurate.
I mean, EA is pretty evil, so.
Oh yeah. Sadly, Hilda got 5, and Frederick has 8. Jesus.
Those fucking minotaurs over there?
Alexandra, you gave them all your luck.
Oh, good job. You traded.
Your NPCs. Okay, there's the edited version. So, first off, Saruman, you are not in melee range. Okay. Good.
The bird is very obvious. But they can't see you. They might hit you by accident, but they can't see you specifically.
Lauren, it is your turn. So, how reckless are you feeling, Lauren?
Just go right in there.
Because you can dimension door
Okay.
right behind him
Oh my god. That
and just touch him 3 times with the
that would be
pearl.
fucking hilarious if you didn't die. How many times can you dimension door?
Once a turn.
Once it. You could try it and then run away.
I could, no, I couldn't do blade and dash.
Oh, that would be really cool if you just said, ah, fuck it. One hit kill, one punch, lady.
Fudge.
Because he's probably got a monologue
Someone-
and not be ready, and then, oh no, I got touched.
Saruman said, "Do it, do it, do it."
2 tech support.
Does it have to be 3 times in a row, like, right then?
It's just a...
Well, it's the most effective. Literally, the Pearl of Balance will devastate outsiders it touches, and someone's possessed by one is likely it's gonna devastate.
Is it just a touch attack? Damn,
Yeah.
that's...
Because you just need to
Yeah,
touch with
that's
the
super
with the pearl.
easy.
However, you will be very far away from help and friends.
I can
So, do you
dimension
think
door.
you can survive a round?
This is all fiery, right?
Oh yeah, all that fire, it's actually lava that they have a wall of force over.
You do have a fire shield
So you
on,
can-
so you even if they shot fire at you, you wouldn't die immediately.
Saruman said, "I'll come for you."
we'll forge a path to you.
Mhm.
It's a pincer move. They'll be distracted.
I also have dimension door, so I can get there.
Oh, okay.
Now, do make sure you have enough to get back in case shit goes wrong.
That would be on the second
Yep.
round. So it's really okay. Actually,
Okay.
no. I'm just preparing a song for when you make your decision.
Oh, okay.
That's fine.
Cool, cool. Shaky.
Does Shakti want to do the big dick play?
Swing that
Why
dick
not?
from side to side.
Okay. So,
Can I activate my blood rage first? So I
yep,
can-
that's a free action.
Cool. I do that.
Let me turn that down.
I
again.
take, oh, I don't know my
And it would be your full round action to swift action teleport. Touch. Catch. One thing that you would have to think about is, I guess you cast displacement on yourself. What is the other buff spell you choose?
Well, wait, displace?
Yeah, because you already hasted, so you don't
Oh.
need.
Oh, okay, cool. Then yeah, I'll do that and protection from fire.
Oh, you don't...
Energy?
Resist fire, yeah.
Resist fire?
Resist fire and protection from energy fire stat.
Oh, do they?
Because one's damage reduction and one is hit
Ah.
points. So, you blood rage. You become a blurred form. You wink out of existence. And wink back into existence. Where exactly, like, are you doing behind and saying, like, you're already dead, so you can go, what? And then you touch him 3
Nani?
times?
What?
Sorry.
I feel like dropping in like a foot above him, like shoving it on his head and be like, ah! Like, bashing him.
Very anime move.
A plunging attack. Oh my god. The fucking...
Well, you know, we don't dimension door in just 2 dimensions here.
No.
Oh, God.
Yeah, but that's the Fist of the North Star one.
It's gonna be loud. Hopefully. Oh. Aha!
Okay. So, like, you land on top of him?
Like, roughly behind his chair, but like a foot up, so like I'm gonna like
Okay, yeah.
go
Dunk
on
him.
his head first. Yeah. Like a slam dunk, but I'm gonna
Yeah,
go on-
yeah. So
Yeah.
you get +2 for the high ground. And he's flat-footed because, well, he was expecting something to happen. He was not expecting someone to teleport onto his head. So roll your 3... roll it like your Star Knife attacks,
Oh,
except it's touch AC.
ooh. Okay.
Because the Pearl will act like your Star Knife in this way, because it is a magical artifact. You will, however, do no damage from your regular stabby stabs,
So,
because you're just trying to touch them.
so it's like the attack roll, or is it?
Yeah, roll the attack roll. Don't worry about the damage.
Okay. I hope this is right. I don't have my notes out. I'm flying solo.
Close enough. So, first touch attack hits. Roll your second one. It's the same as the 14, and then your third one will be at +9 instead.
Okay. Thank you. Sorry,
Ooh, all
I
hits.
And you also get a +9 Ghoul Claw. Actually, don't worry about that. Ghoul Claw.
I mean, I would like to go claw, but
Well, you also don't worry. This isn't about you liking to Ghoul Claw attack. This is what happens because you did your already dead teleport. So you teleport above like some kind of dimensional assassin. You touch him with a pearl and then touch him 2 more times. It takes us it almost takes 2 seconds for his body to react. It's like a delayed reaction, and then as energies just flow out of him, his body explodes in horrific ichor as what's left of it
Sarah Min said
coalesces.
yes.
As what's left of it coalesce, actually roll 30d6 damage.
oh,
I will see how much overkill this is. It's 10d6 damage per hit.
Damn.
This is a outsider killer.
Oh, 99.
99. Do. Ah, psh! And coalescing out of his ichored form, crushing one of the advisors, is
Oh, shit. It's a spider. I think?
it is an immense spidery figure. It has 4 bat-like wings on the top and a spherical body with a bunch of too many spider legs.
Yeah, that does have too many fucking legs.
Oh boy.
Red eyes peer from all sides, and two huge claws dangle below the sphere. Okay.
Keep touching it.
Uh,
Keep touching it.
Oh, fuck!
Touch it again. Touch it again.
Roll a ghoul claw attack.
You'll probably hit it.
Ah, shit.
Oh, jeez, Rick.
You killed the leader. Ah, jeez, Rick.
Not great.
Oh, I literally
Oh.
put. You better get ready to die. Okay, but your friends can save you. The 12 is insufficient.
Save me, please.
Can we save her?
Not in time.
The red guards. Actually, I need Shakti to roll a will save, as you are exposed to this creature's horrific appearance. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, you succeed.
Help me, God.
It looks horrific, but you're pushing. The pearl in your hand is glowing, and it is actually giving you an additional bonus to the save. So I was adding that. So you wielding the pearl of balance, you are maybe the safest person in the room, except you're the only person next to it, which is still a very bad thing. Okay, so you saved, so nothing bad happens to you. It is now time for the red guard. The red guard, turn around. Well, actually, three turn around and start trying to make their way across the bridge, and these three move up to form a defensive line, readying for. They seem to like get down on a knee, pull out their rifles, and ready to attack the bird inevitably when it starts swooping down. You guys are. I think the bird can go. Actually, the base movement speed of your bird's like 80.
Let me double check. I think it's... The bird could do a run at 280 right now. I'm sorry, 440. Yeah, it's 80 to base, but with a haste.
It's 80 base, so with haste it becomes
It's 110.
110. You can actually move up to it. You can charge
Oh,
it
fucking
next to
really? Okay.
it. Because you can charge 220.
Christ. Alright, everybody. If you want to delay your turn, we're going in there.
All right.
Three of the red guard actually the red guards realizing that they can't actually fire at you, Shakti, because there's a giant horrific spider monster in the way. They all just prepare to fire for what appears to be okay. It's a possessed uncle. It's actually the monster now has to roll its own initiative because the uncle no longer exists.
He got splatted.
He got splatted. Okay. So the big boss, Big Spider, is going at 6. And possessed uncle no longer exists. One more thing. Yeah, rip uncle.
Jackie.
Okay, these guards who they move to form like actually no, they're gonna run up and they're gonna take shots at Akane.
Caw-caw!
They all pull what appear to be rifles, but with a flared end. and they fire into Akane. What is Akane's touch AC?
17.
Okay.
Oh god, guns are touch attacks?
In the first range increment.
Oh, that seems really broken.
That's why you play it. That's why you use guns. Actually, I realized that their ranging. You're just beyond. Only 2 of them are touch attacks. The others are regular attacks, because these types of guns only have a 30-foot range.
That's a weird design decision. Like, it's fine. It's just a weird... Because you'd think armor would protect against... it's fine. Whatever.
Okay, so the 2 touch attacks
Hits.
hit. You can do a ride check
Oh,
to
yeah,
negate
yeah.
one of them. Ba-da-da-da.
Alright, 1 negated.
Okay, and then the rest fire. Okay, only 1 hit.
Okay.
$36
Jesus.
damage.
Is that fire damage?
No, 10 of that is fire damage. I should actually roll 2d10 plus 1d10 plus 14 to help separate the fire damage. So as they effectively fire what appears to be magma shrapnel at you. Okay. It is Lalora's turn. Are you gonna wait for the Bird Express to bring you up? Or are you gonna
No.
are you gonna
She's
leave
gonna fuck
here?
up that whole column.
Unfortunately, it's like super long range. But he could start throwing like ice spheres or
Could you cone of cold from here? You have a pretty good angle.
Hold on, let me check.
What's the range on cone of cold? Is that 60 feet or 30?
I'm checking.
It's a 60-foot cone burst radius.
Oh man.
60.
They
Yeah,
get
the range is 60
fucked.
I was
As you do your
thinking-
cold Meameha! Yep,
Alright,
you're
hold on, let
thinking?
me see.
Freezing Sphere also really works.
Oh, I zoomed in too far now. So I could cast it to here. Right? Yeah. And then it's also another like 60 feet long? Question mark?
What are you casting?
No, for
Oh,
Cone of Cold, it comes from your hand and it goes 60 feet.
Let's see.
In a cone.
But freezing sphere has a range of 840 feet.
Freezing Spheres, anywhere within that 840 feet, you can create a super ice fireball.
Can I just send that in like here?
Let's see. Oh yeah, you can just be like, nah, fuck that place in particular, and
I just have to
Throw it
be
in.
careful because of Shakti's over there.
Oh, you can aim it perfectly. Don't worry about that.
Okay. And let's see.
so we're looking for a.
Does it have a radius or no?
It does have a 40-foot.
Oh, damn, that's big.
It is a level 7 spell.
Oh.
So
I bet you could hit everybody over there.
let me make this 40-foot radius.
Christ.
Is
that actually the right size?
To the back. Yep.
Yeah?
So, Chelsea, place that where you want it to hit.
You can hit everybody.
That.
Actually, you could probably hit this guy too. That's a dude over there. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Kind of gazing over there, you say the mystic words, point your hand No.
No.
Well, you can
No.
describe how it happens.
No, I just snapped my fingers. Thanos style.
Snap freeze.
Thanos style. And in a place that is unbearably hot, a sphere of ice kind of pops into existence, turns for half a second, and then explodes. I need you to roll 13d6 damage. Okay. That is a sad amount of damage. That's a
As
lot
in
of
bad.
wounds. Yes. But
Sorry.
it's not. Don't apologize. You just damaged 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people in one spell. So I get to do reflex saves.
You did like
Ogre 1,
280
Ogre 2.
damage.
What is the save DC? It should be 10 plus spell level plus your intelligence modifier.
It would be on the right. So if you look all the way to the right from the spell, it'll say DC and then a number.
25.
Fantastic. Okay. Okay, so the 2 ogres fail. The living advisor fails. And then the red guard, who are actually gunslingers and should be good at this. 1 pass, 1 fail, 1 pass, 1 fail, 1 pass, 1 pass. Okay. So 2 fail. So you take 28. You take 28. You take 14. 14. 14 and 14. This ogre takes 28. This ogre takes 28. Oh yeah, and I need you to roll spell resistance against that big ass spider thing. So it's roll 1d20 plus 13.
Okay.
Because that's your caster level for this particular thing. You beat its spell resistance. It's actually really hard to do for something as big as this, as nasty as this. So, it takes full damage.
Ooh.
Okay. Oh, and that advisor died from that, and Uncle is also deceased. So, that was Lalara Mosgus. It's your turn.
Oh boy. This train's a rolling.
Oh, did I just make that part of the
You
map?
sure
Yeah,
did.
You should be.
Doesn't need to stay, right? So. Alright, I'll let you charge us up there.
So you're just charging through the fire and the flames? And the
Pretty
ice
much. I'm actually going to do a stop on this ogre. Or whatever the fuck that thing is.
Okay.
Because then whoever's using that cannon has a pretty good shot at the monster.
So, also, Chelsea, I do believe that you could use, when you cast Freezing Sphere, you could have used the, like, Ice and Snare or the You have something you can do as a swift action when you cast an ice spell.
Okay. Hey, look. Numbing chill?
Yes. Because you can.
Yeah, I guess I can do that.
Okay, and what does that do?
If the creature takes cold damage from the spell, it must also succeed at a Fortitude save or take 1d4 points of Dexterity damage and be staggered for 1 round.
Okay.
Nice.
Well. So, red guard, red guard, red guard, red guard, red guard. One red guard is not staggered. The ogre. Not staggered, not staggered. Advisor, not staggered. Oh. And big ass motherfucking spider. Oh, I don't think it can fail.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Probably not.
Okay, but you staggered all the red dudes, and they take roll 1d4. So Chelsea, roll a 1d4. They take 3 dex damage each.
Ooh.
Dang.
That's actually really bad because they're all ranged characters. So, Moscus, you charge up. Anyone who wants to can leap off of it before now, but otherwise you're coming along crazy Mosgus's wild ride. I understand all the melees want to be up here, but it's mainly like...
I'll probably fall off, to be honest.
Where do you fall off?
Actually, no, I won't.
You don't want to get
I-
soloed
I-
out there, because then...
Yeah.
Alright.
Stick together! Akane's the tank!
For now, we don't have a fucking healer, but you know. No one wanted to play a healer today. Oh, so there's a... That's on the ogre.
Okay, that is a critical. I assume that's for the grapple.
No, that's Mosgus's attack.
Lance,
Nice.
okay.
So it's times 5?
You hit
Instead of times 3?
times 4.
Times 4.
Oh wait, your spirited charge. Yeah, it's times 4.
Alright, give it another 17 on top of that. Because that's
Okay.
max
Plus
damage.
60. Plus 17.
Dang.
It hurts. It's not dead, but it hurts.
There's a Kane's to hit. And
You hit.
a grapple.
It's grapple.
And damage.
It really hurts. And it's now grappled, so it can't fire a cannon at you.
Damn right. Also, the cannon's facing the wrong fucking way.
Yep. So it is GG's, which I think is giant guards. This one brings its cannon to bear. It's holding the cannon. Just
Oh,
by
okay.
the way. That's why they're giant, so they can actually hold the cannon. And it fires at Akane, point blank. What's Akane's touch AC is not
Not
good.
great.
It hits.
I'm gonna do a ride check. I pass!
Oh, thank God you did, because it was vital striking with that.
How do you vital strike with a gun? That's dumb.
It's dumb, but it's possible. Okay, you don't get to let me roll the d6 again. Fine. Tiamos, it is your turn. I assume you started rage the moment you went through, so don't worry about rage.
Yes. Okay, I will...
Oh, also, everyone, rage. Put that buff on if you haven't.
I will jump down and attack the demon spider thing.
Actually, Saramon's turn is first because she delayed her turn.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so Saruman, there's a giant fucking demon spider. Sorry.
I want to
Quilla.
stab it.
Okay, so the question I have for you is, do you want to use your new tattoo or not to guarantee the first hit?
Yeah, I guess might as well.
Okay. So, just so everyone gets the context, going through Alexandra's character sheet while leveling up, I realized she did not have the level of wealth that you guys had. She had bought no items. So we fixed that. So she now has items. Let's see, okay. I guess you just do like a step off the spider, off Akane. You can do your full attack.
Okay.
Your first hit is, I assume you choose to make it a 20.
Yes, please.
Okay. Roll, because it's confirmed and you are flanking with Shakti. It is a sneak attack, so its AC goes down by 7, and then for you, its AC goes down by 15. Roll your next attack.
Sorry, I'm back.
So roll your second attack.
Okay.
Its AC is vastly lowered than what it was before,
Cool.
because it has 30 natural armor, which I'm assuming you're going to reduce to nothing. Hit. Roll again.
Is this with my sidearm?
This is your sidearm. Roll your 2 sidearm attacks.
Okay. Oh, come on.
You have to do slash roll.
I realized that after.
Or slash R. You don't even need to do roll.
Look
Okay.
at that. Above 8.
Yes. And roll one final attack, because that's what... Yep. Okay. I need you to roll 1, 2, 3, 4 critical confirmation rules. So
Jeez.
effectively, 1d20 plus 27.
You want me-
Actually, just roll like 4d20, and if it's above a 1, you do it.
Oh,
Okay.
that had to be
yeah,
1.
yeah.
Oh, and a 20.
Okay. So you confirm 3 critical hits. I do not know if butterfly sting stacks. Fly, sting, Pathfinder. Okay. It doesn't actually say if it stacks. Butterfly, sting, Pathfinder, stack. Okay. It looks like the consensus is you can.
Ooh.
So if this gets too ridiculous, I'm gonna banhammer it. But the next 3 hits on this, you can choose to pass on the criticals to your friends, and the next 3 of their hits become critical hits automatically.
Hey guys, do you want to hit a spider?
Yes.
And so you've also reduced its armor class by 34.
Jesus Christ.
It's now currently bleeding horrifically. At least until its turn, in which it gets fast healing. And then negates it.
Hit it quick. Hit it quick.
I'm a monster.
Okay. You jump at that spider and you slash it horrifically. I also need you to roll your damage, and if you just put a bracket around it and then do the like *5, that'd be great.
Okay. Gotcha.
Curious, did that damage that Lauren did pass over onto this form or no?
No. She just obliterated the base form.
Holy shit! What? What the fuck? I wasn't expecting nearly that much.
Welcome to Blended.
Hi.
Will it blend?
Welcome to
Yes.
DPS.
Yeah. I just carry shit, that's my job.
Okay. Tiamos, it is your turn.
All right, I jump down,
Okay.
and I have 3 attacks.
You have 3 attacks, and there's 3 guaranteed.
As long as
criticals
you
if
don't,
hit.
as long as you don't roll a 1, you get 3 crits.
Don't fuck
Don't
up.
fuck up.
Oh wait, what? No, hold on. That's the wrong numbers.
I mean, you hit.
It
It doesn't
does
matter.
not actually
The
matter.
D2
Its AC is reduced by 34 until its turn.
Cool.
Welcome to Flensing Strike is just so good.
Okay, so that's 3 attacks for
3 attacks, each get a critical. They're all times 3. Welcome to Rocket Tech.
We're trying.
yeah.
You're trying your best.
Okay, so 2d6
Actually, I should probably have Doom's Rippin' 2
Yeah.
currently playing. Okay.
plus 32.
Because that's what's happening. Rip and tear.
Times.
Just tell me if it's too loud. Because the Doom soundtrack is metal.
It was always too low in the game, though. I always felt like it never got loud enough.
Think that's
Oh, that's the highest number I've ever seen.
And it's all legitimate. This is, you see your wombo, you planned this out from the beginning. Your wombo combo.
It finally happened. The thing's gotta be fucking dead. That's over 500 damage.
That's so disgusting.
That thing can't possibly still be alive.
So Lauren forced it to reveal its true form, and you guys fly over a blur of musket shots, lava's flying everywhere. You notice actually belatedly that the statues are actually not actually statues; they're monsters. But you fly down past it. Saruman jumps off of it, God of War style, with like the 2 kookaries, and just becomes a blur of limbs as black, horrific ichor flies over. Actually, everyone roll a will save as you guys get towards it. Just because it's horrific appearance. You're literally all there.
Oh wait, that's not me. I'm not rolling.
That's not you. You already did. This is a spell-like effect.
So you can rage.
If you're raging, that helps.
How much for rage again?
For the
4.
will save, I think it's probably going to be +8.
Oh,
Because is it a fear effect?
Because it's a fear.
Oh, she's immune to fear.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, you're immune to fear. You don't give a shit.
Oh yeah. 'cause
Heroism.
I gave you heroism. Yeah.
You gave her heroin.
Greater heroism.
so like the one time I rolled, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, you rolled well there. And so she starts ripping it up. She leaves an opening, and then Tiamo steps forward and smashes it 3 times. Each time magnifying the blood fountain from that it is. And it collapses. Reality rejects it. You guys reject it. It no longer exists. It explodes out with fountains of red and purple and black and like almost a rainbow of ichor as it gets splatted. I guess you didn't need the Pearl of Power for it.
It softened it up.
No, the Pearl of Power obliterated
Yeah.
the uncle and forced it to reveal its true form. But, okay, all I really have to say is First Blood. Is that's actually the first thing to die this
Yeah,
session.
that's fair.
You guys just boss sniped it.
Everybody back on the bird. We're out of here.
Are you
We're
actually
not gonna fucking stay here. They get touch attacks. It's bullshit. We're out. Back on the bird.
Oh god, this comment's become a fucking joke.
Assassinos. Assassinos.
Okay. It's evil. Okay, that evil advisor is dead. Frederick, if you actually yell, "Get back on the bird!" Frederick drops down from the saddle and like yanks Tiamo's back. Hilda sees him, goes over to where she has the invisibility. She grabs
Saruman.
Saruman and drags her back up onto the bird. And as she does that, she just says, "Wonderful blood sports."
She's like all covered in black.
Shakti, teleport. We'll be over there by the time you teleport.
Okay, Saruman, it's your turn. You're on the bird. You're covered in ichor.
Well, I guess are we running?
If you can heal the bird, heal the bird. She needs it.
I can't heal the
Well, everyone who can do it.
Okay, Shakti, it's your turn. Is it time for you to dimension door out? My work here is done. You throw the rose. You disappear like Tuxedo Mask.
Oh god. Oh man.
You can appear at the gate. Dimension door is like an 800-foot range. Either that, or you can like bladed dash up onto the bird, fucking anime style. And
I mean, I was thinking that because it's more fun.
okay, you bladed dash back up onto the bird. There's no one for you to hit while you bladed dash, so you waste the attack there. But you're on the bird now. Deimos is now over his arachnophobia. Well, I can see how. You just obliterated a primordial evil demon spider. It didn't even... It came into existence for less than 6 seconds. I just want to tell you how fast, in a movie, people... Like, the person would have to, like... show a replay of the events at a different angle for people to even understand what the hell. Okay. The Red Guard. Most of them are staggered, but they're all going to try to do shots at, well, at the bird.
God, what? The bird didn't kill it.
Yeah, but the bird's the biggest thing on there.
God damn it.
Actually, wait, I forgot to roll the Cannoneer. The Cannoneer...
The who?
You know how you have a turret?
Oh, yeah.
He fires at one of the Red Guards who is about to fire
Oh,
at you.
perfect. Oh!
Fuck me. 1d20. Oh, no. 8. The weirdest thing is that you can actually deadly aim with it.
God, that's so It's a cannon.
Guns are,
Holy shit.
guns are broken as hell.
The guy who's turning around just gets obliterated as a cannonball roughly the size of his chest just goes through the place where his chest used to be.
Was that necessary?
Hilda also fired. Actually, no.
Did Hilda already take her turn?
Hilda took her turn retrieving Saruman. Because you just said out, out, out. So Shakti's now back onto the bird. Hilda's on the bird. Saruman's on the bird. Everyone's on the bird. It's a party bird now.
Take hits for the bird. Shield the bird with your body.
Actually, Tiamos, like, 3 of the shots are going towards you because you're the one who, like, Saruman might have been the one who, like, eviscerated it, but she's invisible to most of them. You are not. You kind of walked up to it. It, like, became a blood fountain, and then you just obliterated it from existence.
Yes.
So,
It
what's
was
your touch
wonderful.
AC?
My touch AC is
Insufficient.
insufficient. 19.
Insufficient. Luckily, they can't make full attacks because they're all staggered, thanks to Lalara's numbing chill.
Combo.
Combo. Combo. 1d10 plus 1. Actually, you have fire protection, so I won't even roll that d10. Take 54 damage.
Okay.
And Akane, 2 shots on Akane because
Yep.
she is still the scariest thing here. You can ride check one of them. Unless you
I
want
already
to ride,
used it.
save the ride check for the giant.
I already used it on the
Actually, you'll be fine.
giant.
Today.
last turn. Or current Mozga's turn. He's already used it.
Okay. So. Oh, Rip and Tear is a fantastic song. Okay. That's 2 hits. Akane takes 38 damage.
Okay. How much is that of that is fire?
None.
Oh, okay.
I took away the fire damage. I didn't even bother rolling it.
Gotcha.
You guys are going to be out before it is an issue, I believe. Though for your sanity, I guess.
No, it's fine.
You take 3.
Oh, no.
Oh no! The statues are actually like hideous
Little spiders.
crab
Actually,
things.
I think my fire resistance would be enough to keep me
Oh yeah,
from
just
fire
negate all
damage.
that. Yeah. Oh, you still take. I didn't roll the fire damage for you.
Yeah.
Timas, because I knew it wouldn't do more than 30 damage. Okay, it is these guys reload their weapons, turn around, and prepare for your escape.
How high are the ceilings?
It's like 60 feet.
Okay.
Like, this is a huge cavernous reception hall. It's supposed to show the might and power of this whole place. What, are you going to try to break through the ceiling?
Oh no, we're just gonna fly as close to the ceiling as we can, so that they don't get their
Oh,
touch
yeah.
attacks.
It is Lalara, your turn.
Oh, we can't hear you. I think I heard you, but your mic's turned off.
Sorry.
You could blind them with your whirling storm.
It'll hurt us.
No. Only hurts
Who's that?
these guys over here. Sorry, the guys near the gate.
Oh, sure,
'Cause
sure. Yeah, okay. I
What's
can do
the
that.
top?
Okay.
What's the height of that spell? Is that 40 feet?
40
Oh,
feet.
we can go right over it.
Okay. And I think the ice storm is a 40-foot radius. So
Yes, it's a
it's
cylinder.
back.
It's 20. It's a 20-foot radius. It's 40 feet high.
Oh, 20-foot radius. Okay, so not this.
It's in a cylinder. So.
There.
Yeah.
Fuckers are blind.
Roll 5d6 damage. Because that's what the ice storm does. Yeah, because you can also make this a numbing chill because it also does cold
Okay.
damage.
I will do numbing chill.
Witches are really the queen of debuffs. Roll 1d4 to see how much dex damage you just did to them. 2. Okay. Quite respectable. You guys end up... okay, it's Moscus, your turn.
All right, we're gonna do a 180, thanks to the wingover feat, and just turn the fuck around and fucking fly.
How far can you fly?
I don't know if I can run. I could probably run, right?
Run is a straight line. I think I don't know. Is a wingover a free action?
Let me look.
Yep. So
Once around, you can turn 180 degrees as a free action without making a fly skill check.
Okay. You pretty much pivot in air. You already still have your momentum. You kind of just like drop people off. They do their thing. They get dragged back on, and then you just zoom out. I assume you drop the grapple on the.
I'll drop them into the storm.
You cannot run while grappling.
I'll just drop them.
Okay. You fly out into the chaos of the city. Thank God I prepared more than this. You fly out into the chaos of the city as you see, as you just hear the visceral combat happening between those who are fighting and those who are not. You see in the bay, Cadalatrix has conjured what appeared to be just a swarm of illusions of himself, and he's just buzzing buildings with them. He is a fantastic distraction. Also, anytime one of the magma shots seem to hit him, it doesn't seem to do anything, but you don't know if that's just an illusion or if he just doesn't care.
Can we get his attention and fly up higher with him?
Yep. You are quite noticeable, being one of the only other gargantuan things above the fog-banked city. And he lets off another series of clones and flies up to talk with you guys. And he goes, "Do you need some help? Was the Quilloth greater than you thought?"
Quilloth's already dead.
Dead. I got it.
Cadalatrix's laughter piercingly rings through the city. It says, within 30 seconds, it died.
Yes.
Yep.
Oh, I love you, my child. Whoa.
He
Let
had
us...
some hope.
Nope, it was all me.
He goes, "I am sure all of you contributed."
Asshole.
I'm sure all of you
You're
contributed
literally
to this
nothing
thing.
with
Oh!
Oh.
This bird can drop all you fuckers right now. Keep it together.
I don't know. I might be a match for Burb.
Well, you can fly.
Well, yeah, I can also freeze your Burb.
I don't know. I got a right check. Anyway.
Well, she can freeze you and then freeze the bird. But let's not get into PvP.
Why not?
Cadalatrix says, let us help complete the circle so that we might purge the city of all those who are possessed, but hide it much better. It would be a taxing process to touch everyone with the pearl. So Cadalatrix flies to pretty much he figures out where the Dawn Caller currently is and starts flying to the shield wall on the opposite side to sort of fly and complete the circle. You guys can help, but ultimately they seem to just be doing a high-speed spellcasting while they fly ridiculously fast. They fly way faster than your bird.
Oh, how do I get my bird that fast? I'll have to talk to you later about that. Apparently, the bird needs more money poured into it.
Well, to give you an idea, so let's see, we
Is
have
it that horseshoe
our-
thing? Do I need to put horseshoes on my bird?
Does Akane need any more healing?
Oh no, she needs 8.
Okay.
Because Cadalatrix flies at 250 feet without running. That's his base fly movement speed. So, become a dragon.
Oh, all right.
I'm on my way.
I know you are. So, you guys could help the battle in the bay, although the battle in the bay seems to have died down a bit.
I feel like the circle's more important.
Yeah, so you start dealing with the circle. Brass dragon. I guess it would be up. Please roll spellcraft checks for you guys to figure out how you can help with the circle. Everyone can roll a spellcraft check if they have a skill rank.
Oh, Chelsea, damn.
Okay. Lalara understands this. Lauren, your character Shakti understands, but Lalara truly understands a lot of the intricacies of it, and you guys can sort of go the opposite way of where Cadalatrix is going to help make the ritual circle go faster. At this point, this becomes more abstract as you guys help create the circle, and then the Dawn Caller goes over your work and does very small, minor changes to it because it is a complex ritual. Though not very many changes. And then she bids you to go towards the center of the city so that the Pearl of Balance might be in the best place. You go to near the Iron Palace. The fog is starting to clear as the natural heat just kind of burns it off. But as you get closer, the pearl starts glowing in Shakti's hand. It starts shaking, not violently, but like vibrating. You can feel its power being drawn on as little wisps of energy flow from it towards the seawall circle. After about a minute of this, the seawall lights up blindingly and all the fog is cleared, and then a bright white light descends upon the entire city. And now that it's clear, now that the fog is gone, you see several you see just kind of people exploding throughout the city. And you realize those were possessed people. And they're no longer possessed. And the creatures that come out of it are instantly made into dust. The pearl of balance kind of stops shaking and gains more of a gray color schema. And the Dawn Caller flies up next to you. She smiles and she says, "There's no Quilloths, possessions, demons, daemons, devils, any sort of possession, really, left in the city. You are welcome." It smiles at it as it stares at Hilda. "Let us go back to your palace and secure your rule. I will also have my pearl back." It extends a massive claw expectantly.
Shakti.
Lauren, you have the pearl.
It was needed. I give them.
You hand the pearl into the massive claw, and it uses two claws and pinches it and brings it very close to one of its eyes. Goes, it will need a little bit of fixing and recharging, but nothing what a little love can't help. It seems to crunch its hand around the pearl, and it disappears, likely put into a pocket dimension of some sort. And it says, "I assume you can handle it from here, Hilda." And Hilda bows her head and says, Get me to the Iron Palace, and I will be able to assert my control of the island again." She turns to all of you. You guys still several hundred feet up in the air, overlooking the now kind of devastated city. Not fully devastated, but just you see signs of conflict littered throughout. And she turns to all of you and she says, "Without your help, I would not have been able to do this as cleanly, as quickly. My people would have suffered far greater torments than I'm sure they suffered already. How can I repay you? Are you rulers in your land? You seem quite powerful and capable."
We are currently high-ranking officials, most of us, within the Empire.
How powerful is your empire, then, to have you as merely high-ranking officials rather than rulers or dukes?
Well, we've done a lot recently. How long have we, meta-wise, how long have we actually been, working together? It's been, 3 months?
I think 3
Okay.
months.
Dang.
You guys get shit done quick.
It's been 3 months since we started involving ourselves into the Phoenix cult and other matters. So maybe it is time to ask for a promotion.
She says, "Regardless of what you will do, I will pledge you this. Send me a message or communicate with me in some way that you can. And I will send what resources, what men, what people, guns, what powers I can to help you in your endeavors, as long as it is true to the goal of advancing civilization. I will not lend power towards evil purposes, but I will aid you in a time of need."
We appreciate it.
She sort of, she says, it is bittersweet for me, because I did not believe I would ever be home, and I was halfway across the world. And now I'm back home, and my uncle is defeated, and the invaders are destroyed. There's much rebuilding I must do, but I did not know if I would survive to see this day.
Oh, if the
have
Rouhani
much
ever
work to do.
speak with you, do not trust them.
Ah,
They're
yes.
basically enemies of the state at this point. And we do believe they're mounting an
Should
army
not.
against the capital.
Ah, speaking of armies, there is a warning that I must give you. To our east, to your west, there have been rumors that I have confirmed with some validity that there is a moving undead horde that has come from the lands between yours and mine and is heading towards in the direction of your lands. I do not know how long it would take. I do not know what strength they are, but I do warn you that they exist. I will, once I can rebuild my kingdom, I will send you what information I have, as it appears like the threat is now more pertinent for you than it is for me. We repulsed one of their side branches, which was rather easy because we have the seawall, and most of them are mounted. Even if they're undead and do not need to breathe, ocean currents and ocean monsters take their toll. I just warn you, there is trouble on the horizon from the outside. I've heard that you have troubles on the inside of your empire.
Yes.
I do not envy you your task, but I will assist in it. She gives you she gives each one of you a hug if you accept it.
The bird definitely accepts it.
I accept the hug.
Okay. And Frederick just is standing there stoic, just looking over the ravaged city. And eventually she turns to Mosgus and say, could you bring us to the palace so that I might start the process of rebuilding? She takes her gun and she sort of makes sure she loads full bullets into it. I will need to make sure that I bring swift justice upon this place, to root out the evil and to find the innocent, and to make sure that our society is safe again.
Of course. We can definitely give you a ride. And speaking of assistance, if you have any particular paladins, any order of paladins that you could assist us with, are you familiar with the Phoenix cult?
She says, it is mostly a phenomena within your empire, from what my understanding. I mean, there's occasionally mythologies and people who worship a phoenix, but none of them seem to be... I've found a few primitive islands where they worship phoenixes, but is there any characteristics about your cult that I might see if...
They explode.
Yep, they explode. And they
Oh.
don't die. They explode and don't die, and they keep doing that forever.
Oh. She says, that is unlike any of the primitive tribes people that I met on my journey.
But
they would worship a phoenix, but they mainly worshipped it in the sort of dragon, phoenix, two gods always battling for control of everything. Not so much in a worship and then they can explode and live again kind of way. But
So the Phoenix Queen is...
paladins to help with a phoenix.
So the Phoenix Queen is essentially... I don't think she's actually a phoenix. I think that's just the title she was given. She's essentially an evil deity, and she works through artifacts. And we currently have possession of most of them, and we're going to try to break them. And I suspect that when we try to break the final one, the crown that she has the most influence over, it will be pretty much a big deal. We already have a contract with some angels, and that's the kind of seriousness that I'm talking about.
She nods and she says, "Then you have come to the right place. I will reactivate the forge and help create an item that might strike at the heart of an evil fire god. I will help create a weapon and then create an order of paladins to wield it."
Oh, perfect, thank you.
Sweet.
You understand this might take some time.
Yes, and we are not nearly ready to attempt this. We'll be breaking one of the artifacts soon, but we will probably attempt that on our own.
She nods and then she says, May your gods keep you safe." It's sort of, she does a bow in respect, and then walks back into her palace. Unless any of you have anything more to say.
Nope, I'll go here.
Okay. The Cadalatrix and the Dawncaller sort of call you up to go high above the city, and then say, "It's about time we brought you back. Is there anywhere in particular you would like to go?"
So that was actually a lot faster than I expected. Not easy.
Meta-wise, that was... You guys solved it in a very direct way. It's a perfectly valid way of solving it. I did create contingencies if you guys drew it out. So, I do have... It is like 9:10. So we still have game, we still have stuff to do to set up the next session. So, I need to ask everyone, what do you guys want as your next goal?
My vote is to get the last piece of the dragon armor, and then cash in every favor we possibly can with all the dragons that we know, and get everyone fully decked out in dragon.
Sounds good to me.
Because people owe us favors at this point. Like the Dawncaller, sure, she let us borrow it, but hey, we just did crazy good for the world.
Sarah Min said good plan, Mosgos.
Mosgos.
Mosgos, yeah.
There's also the Talmech stuff. There's still a piece or two.
Sarah Min said I wanted to know how he'd say it.
Let's see. I think you guys have actually managed to take almost every artifact.
If it's just a couple here and there.
There's also the Dawncaller does. The Dawncaller speaks with you as you are up in the air, and she says, "Oh, so actually, meta-wise, did you guys tell the Dawncaller about your plan to save the Black Summoner and use the Bane of Artifice on the Black Summoner, and maybe call in a fragment of some sort of hideous eldritch being into the Imperial land?"
I feel like if we haven't, we probably would.
Okay.
I feel like that's probably a good idea.
Okay, so you're gonna tell her.
Oh, so there's that artifact with that, and oh, by the way, we forgot we had another artifact that we're gonna use on another dark god. You know, just another Wednesday and slip my mind.
Man, you guys are gonna go back to like your court paperwork and be like, man, this is so boring. Where's the horrific evil creature that I need to kill? Where's the action? Where's the assassination? The blood? I just can't handle paperwork anymore. Okay, so you tell the Dawn Caller about your plan. And she looks very serious and says, for such a being, it seems like you enjoy disrupting my peace, my rest, and my plans. She looks at all of you with a kind of a wry, draconic smile on her massive face. And she goes, I will help contain this being. But if you wish to know more about it and possibly... it is possible to weaken it further if you go to the ruins of Nalhun, where it first manifested upon this plane, and you find a piece of its original existence. We might be able to create something that would make you more resistant to its reality-bending effects.
Interesting. We should probably do that.
However, since the voice has created an arena for it, I shall go inspect it and make sure that it is sufficiently powerful. I will not have... I will not have such a being summoned into my territory. You realize she's actually implying the Empire is hers. But
I mean, who's gonna stop her?
that is the other. But she seems to not care about the mundane government, only the breaches into reality from outsiders. And she goes, I will make sure that the ritual site is sufficiently powerful to handle it. But I do believe that your empire is at the brink of civil war. My spies have told me such, and that the Emperor plans to make a move with General Zen to bring up treason charges for the other two high generals.
Oh.
General Huruzen and General Yang. It will happen within the week, is what my spies have told me. Which
Saruman said, oh shit.
which corresponds to when you would seek to do your ritual. If you can get the Black Summoner back, you might be able to prevent the Civil War, or at least make it far more winnable for one of the sides, as a united Black Summoner's Court would be a powerful ally. But I warn you that my visions of the future and my understandings of the inner workings of your empire show that you will have to pick a side. Unless you merely want to do more of a role like what the Pillars do, which is a perfectly acceptable path. You just deal with threats to the stability, the outside threats and the outsiders and the beings that would seek to destroy the very soul of it while letting it all rage through.
think I will need time to think about this.
You, you will have as much time as the Emperor deigns to give you. I merely warn you now, because the work you do for me is very useful. But you are inextricably linked to the goings-on of the court. Now, I repeat, where do you want me to drop you off?
Where was the last dragon armor? That's still my vote.
In the Mana
In the
Waste
Mana
to
Waste.
the north.
Ah, way up there, near the
It's
mammoth.
the wild magic place.
Is everyone, meta-wise, is everyone okay going for the last dragon armor? And then we'll teleport back and deal with Empire. Because we can probably do that within a day.
Sarah Min said let's do it.
So we'll probably need to rest first and then head out. So if you could... So Moscus would say, if you could bring us back to your island and then gate us to the Mana Wastes.
She looks at you. The Mana Wastes. Really?
For the last...
Of all places you wish to go, you want to go to the place where wild magic reigns supreme and where the mantle does not touch.
Well, it's pretty nice if the mantle doesn't touch there. Or are you talking about not the Phoenix Queen?
I'm talking about the mantle of the
Ah.
heavens. What makes the Empire stable and not like the Mana Wastes.
Well, the last tome of the Dragon Emperor is in the Mana Wastes.
Ah. You seek to complete that knowledge. And she turns to Shakti and then looks at your bird as well. And you seek to fully become my children. I will not deny you that. She brings you back to her island. She says, where in the Mana Waste do you think it is? I can only gain approximate knowledge. Mana Wastes are detrimental to...
I guess they'll tell them,
divination.
they'll tell her what they know from the Belnorn. I'm assuming the Belnorn is what they
okay.
got that info from.
Yes, the Baelnorn is the one, because the Baelnorn uses divination through ley lines, which... the Baelnorn's highly specialized. She nods, and she says, that is actually quite near the order... Oh, what is it called? She seems to stroke her her whiskers, like the Chinese the dragon whiskers. As she thinks about it, and she goes, "I do believe that I have an agent up there. It's the Order of the Spellscar. They are an order of researchers, monks, and foolhardy adventurers who study the Mana Wastes and the primordial magics that lay there. They are an interesting group. I do believe they're run by a researcher named Master Hua. Okay. And it's the Order of the Spellscar. I can drop you off at the research station. It should be close to where your armor is. They might know more about the locale. I tend not to look too deep into the Mana Waste because divination magic works poorly there. Also, teleportation magic works poorly there. I'll try to get you as close as I can.
Well, we thank you.
Cadalatrix has already made his own way home after giving you guys a cheeky wave and disappearing. But she actually says, well, it is a bit embarrassing, but we will have to wait a day
Oh yes, I think
For me
we're all
to-
tired.
be able to gate. My power, as fast as it is not limitless. Ah! If you wish, you could speak with Jimmy. He's actually become rather fascinating.
Does she
But,
still say co?
Oh yes, but it has a lot more power now.
Is he the MacGuffin?
Oh, meta-wise, do you think he's now a MacGuffin?
He might be.
He is a MacGuffin.
A MacGuffin is a plot device. It's kind of a colloquial term for saying plot device
It's like the ring in Lord
in
of the
Lord
Rings.
of the Rings. Or it's like it's usually the thing that comes in at the very end of the third act that helps solve the story, or that the story is based around. It's a magic scepter that controls dragons. It's a this and that and other. It looks like Alexandra is.
Sarah Min said Hitchcock came up with the term.
Ah. I will trust in your knowledge there. TTC, it's TTS.
Sarah Min said yay film degree.
But effectively, you guys can wait a day, and then get into. You can meet with
Sarah Min
Jimmy.
said
You
I'm
don't need
relevant.
to. You're always relevant, except when you aren't.
Do we want
That's
to?
Oh.
Do we want to end a little early and then have Frosty back for when we do that?
Sarah Min said also Ian, is my pawn okay?
Oh, yes. You guys, if a civil war is going to happen, you guys might want to evacuate your pawns from the capital.
Yeah.
Just because if you guys aren't immediately choosing a side, it might be dangerous.
Sarah Min said thanks Jizia.
No
Jeez.
problem.
Cheesia. Okay. We can definitely end
Sarah
early.
Min said on purpose.
We can definitely end early just so that we can make sure Frosty's here for the next big
Mhm.
thing. How is next week looking for people?
Looks good to me.
Fine.
Good.
Looks good.
Sarah Min said I'm good.
Okay. All of you did something awesome there, so I'm very happy. I will say I'm finally glad to see the butterfly sting work so beautifully.
Me too.
And so the tattoo that I made sure that our dear rogue Saruman got, Alexandra's character, is once a day for, I think so, Cyclops, Helm, Pathfinder. It is a slotless version of this item. As immediate once per day as an immediate action, the wearer can choose the result of any dice roll instead of rolling her next attack roll, saving throw, skill check, or ability check. So that's why when I asked Alexandra, did she choose to roll a 20? It's her choosing.
Sarah Min said because I
use it.
can't roll.
When I asked her what magic item do you want, she's like, something that can help me with my terrible rolls. Like, I know a way to help you. You don't need to roll. Okay, so Thank you for playing with me. I'm I'm slightly saddened by the fact that you guys just obliterated that creature,
500 damage.
but I'm also glad that the combos is working, and it also helps me gauge what I'm going to need to do to make combats challenging. So this isn't me going, you guys did too well, so every combat's going to be a slog. But this is me saying, hey, this is gauging high-level D&D. This is probably one of the highest level D&D things I've ever run. So, it's cool.
Bye, stream.
Yeah.
Bye, stream.